Get in the conversation with LiveTheBuzz.com, presented on Out of Bounds by Smart Buick GMC, with GMC trucks on the lot ready to move starting at $38,296. SmartBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
1037 The Buzz, your exclusive Razorback headquarters in Central Arkansas. KABC Little Rock.
Arkansas, an outdoor paradise. People travel hundreds of miles to enjoy what, well, some of us take for granted. We aren't called the natural state without reason. With an abundance of rivers, lakes, and streams loaded with adventure. Scenic views that will take your breath away. Biking trails and back roads just begging to be discovered. Sit back and relax as Ray Tucker and longtime journalist Brian Hendricks explore our magnificent state with this week's edition of Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors.
You like summertime? We got it.
We got it. It's very hot out there. What was it, 95, 96 degrees today?
I don't know. Got kind of weird on my phone. Something popped up today, and it was recapping George Cochran's Bassmasters Championship in Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah. What year was that?
1996.
And talk about how he went away from everybody else, and he went shallow, and everybody else went deep, and the weather or whatever.
Lay Lake, Alabama. That was his second Bassmaster Classic victory and his last. And then back in 2005, about 9 years after that, he won the Forest Wood Cup. And, that was his third world championship.
And we got, I usually can see out the window. I'm looking at a billboard right now. Our good friend Tyrone Phillips is at the house. Brown, if you shut that door for me, please. All right, have not talked to you in several weeks now, and you've got a major project going on, speaking of fishing, and let's just jump all over that right now because it's a great thing that you're doing.
Yeah, man, first of all, I want to thank y'all for having me. This is an amazing event that we're about to have, and 1037 The Buzz is a major part of it. Ray encouraged me a lot, and I love him for that. Brian, I'm talking about you guys. Y'all help push this event, and it's the real fight against prostate cancer. We got to have it. August 29th on Arkansas River. It's going to be an event that will carry us for years to come because men are going to become just as important as the women. And I'm not trying to say that in a mean way. I love all the women that's going to support us. And that's going to be there because we know it's going to be a lot of women out there supporting the guys and encouraging them to get their blood work done so they can know their numbers. That's the most important thing.
Our initial conversation started talking about I don't quite understand why us men allow nothing against fight against breast cancer or the color pink. We men's sports, football, basketball, baseball, all men's sports, professional, draw attention to breast cancer through that awareness. But we don't take care of ourselves.
That's right.
We don't talk about prostate cancer.
Yeah, and that's it's 1 in 8 men will have it in their lifetime. So we gotta just take the little step and get the blood work done. And then you'll know your numbers, and then your steps from there will be the most important. And I'm going to be one of those people that you'll be able to call, along with a good buddy of mine, Fred Allen. You'll be able to call us. We'll point you the right directions to which doctors. You make your choice on which hospitals, but we know the best doctors at all the hospitals. And so we just encourage you to come out, bring all your family, friends. And like I said, ladies, we encourage you to be there and make sure these guys, they are so scary. They're the bravest things in the world when it comes to a lot of things. But when it comes to getting that little prick of blood or something, they're scary. So
Never mind.
Go ahead.
No, don't do it, Brian.
I'm not
I know,
I'm not
I
gonna
know
do
where
it.
his mind's going. You keep on talking.
Well, and I tell you what, man, we got so many people wanting to be a part of it. I mean, I had a lady the other day call me from Washington, D.C., named Susan Schwartz. Called me up and said, "What can I do to help?"
The Susan Schwartz?
Yes.
No kidding?
You know her?
No.
I got a good buddy named John Favwell. He called me up. He said, "Man, can I send you some money?" I said, "Well, I have a Venmo page for The Real Fight. I have Cash App. I have on the program you can look it up, and if you just want to donate, I mean everything you want to do, it's there." Sharon helped put this together. Sharon Phillips, she has been so great and so good about putting everything together, all the posters, all the flyers, and I can't tell you I couldn't do it without her.
All right. The important thing, and everybody's listening right now, where are the proceeds going?
The proceeds are going to the Arkansas Prostate Cancer Foundation. They've been working with me. We've been talking on a regular basis. They're making T-shirts, and man, it's like I said, we're gonna have light blue everywhere. We're gonna get the bridge lit up light blue that morning. We're gonna have everybody who's everybody out there helping bring some awareness to prostate cancer.
And now you know what it takes to put on an event, don't you?
Well, it's the hard work has not stopped. I mean, it's got to keep going on right up until that event day. I thought I was going to get the fish to tournament. Called Corliss Williams. Hey, man, we got to fish this tournament, but I just don't think I could do it. And so I'm going to have to be there in spirit out on the water, and I got to make sure everything needs to be done.
I'm looking at some numbers here. It says 1 in 6 black men will develop prostate cancer in their lifetime, which is about 17% of the whole population.
Yeah.
That's significantly higher than the rate for men overall, which is 1 in 8.
Yep.
Prostate cancer accounts for about 37% to 44% of all cancer diagnoses among black men. Black men are more than twice as likely to die from the disease compared to white men. So, it's like you say, men's health is not real well publicized. We don't take as good a care of ourselves as we can. We don't have the mechanisms out there that some of the other diseases have for females, and I really, really applaud what you're doing.
Amen.
You think of it as almost like Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Mother's Day, I mean, everybody goes all out. And so I feel like we are just as important, and we need to make sure that the people around the world know it. Not just here in Little Rock, Arkansas, but this is going to go all over the world. People going to know that we're doing something, and we're going to spread the word about this, and we're going to start getting men checked.
Are you going to have prostate exams right before the takeoff on this tournament?
No, but let me say this. The Arkansas Prostate Cancer Foundation and UAMS, Arkansas Urology, CARTAT, they will be able to do tests after the tournament.
All right.
So if anybody wants to get their blood work done, it'll probably be Monday or Tuesday before they know their numbers, but they will be there to do it. She said they could do up to 500 people.
Wow. And it's as hard as it is to put the thing on for the first time. You got to have that momentum. You're hoping to get that going, and what's the long-term prognosis, for lack of a better word, of what you're trying to accomplish here?
Well, I thought it could be just a one-time thing, but all the encouragement I got from my doctor, Dr. Henderson, I talked with Dr. Brizzolera, I talked with different doctors, and it's like, man, you just can't start this and stop.
Yeah. Yep.
And the people from the National Prostate Cancer Foundation give me a call and say, can we do this other places?
That's one of the things I threw it at you. I said, this could become a national deal for you.
Yeah. They said we could do this other places, so you better get ready, because it's probably going to be more to it than what you think it is. And
yeah, finally, if somebody's reaching out and showing that they care, I think you find there's a lot more interest than you thought there was.
All right, all you hard-headed men out there, listen up. We'll be back with more talking about fight against prostate cancer right after this.
Take it from Arkansas greats Joe Klein and Pat Bradley.
The big national sports apps are now in Arkansas, taking over Oaklawn and Bentley, which are no longer local.
Making Bet Saracen the only real local app.
Still Arkansans' fan fave.
Plus, Bet Saracen is still the official sports betting app of many of the state's colleges and universities.
Bet Saracen, built by Arkansans for Arkansans.
Bet with Arkansans. Bet with Bet Saracen.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Everybody knows the Brad Hendricks Law Firm is famous for car wrecks, big truck crashes, and medical negligence cases. But they do a lot more than that. They help good people who can benefit from bankruptcy. And they also help older folks who had their Social Security claims denied. When you need a lawyer, call the firm that is pure Arkansas, where you won't ever be just a number. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
This is Anthony Lucas, here to tell you about my favorite spot in Little Rock, Corky's. Sure, Corky's may look all ribs and barbecue on the outside, but did you know Corky's was also nominated for Central Arkansas's best catfish? And don't get me started on their chicken, shrimp, and nachos.
Those Big Joe burgers, Anthony.
Big Joe, when did you get here?
You really stealing my thunder, Anthony. Corky's is my place.
No way you love Corky's like me, Joe.
Talk to me when you have your own menu item, Lucas.
Corky's ribs and barbecue. Is your yard something you'd like to improve and make better? At Acadie's Touch Landscaping, they bring precision and craftsmanship to every project, from drain work that protects your property to retaining walls, decks, and fencing built to last. They also install synthetic turf and custom flower beds for low maintenance, year-round beauty. One team done right the first time. Call 501-794-2770. That's 501-794-2770.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Join 103.7 The Buzz as First Security Bank presents coverage of the 2026 SEC Media Days. Baz, Trey, and Randy Rainwater will be in Tampa with the latest news, interviews, and highlights. Brought to you in part by Kaufman by Design West, Blackman Auctions, UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine, Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, and Bet Saracen. And be sure to watch 103.7 The Buzz social media for live videos, pictures, and much more. 103.7 The Buzz, live from SEC Media Days, presented by First Security Bank. Bank better.
And we're back with Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. We're visiting with Tyrone Phillips, and we're talking a lot of things. We're talking some bass fishing here in a little bit, but right now we're talking about, what are you going to call this, Tyrone?
What you mean I'm going to call it?
The event.
the event?
It's the Real Fight Against Prostate Cancer.
REEL.
Yes.
And
we're reeling them in.
How do people get involved, get in touch, get information?
Well, a big number you can call is mine. It's 501-912-7888. You can go to the Facebook page that we've created. Everything that you need to know about this tournament is on that Facebook page. And
What's
the
Facebook page?
It's the Real Fight for Prostate
Okay.
Against Prostate Cancer.
Okay.
So all of it is the Real Fight Against Prostate Cancer. I mean, anything you want to know about it, it's on there.
You can't put on an event like this without having some sponsors, and you've got some the people involved in this medically. They've jumped on board.
Yeah, they really have, and I talk to them about every other day or so. So, like I said, it's Arkansas Urology, UAMS, even Cartage just come on a few days ago, and so we're gonna make sure that all of them get the press that they need. Kroger's send gift cards, like $500 worth of gift cards. Trios Restaurant. I mean, everybody that I know, all the friends that I know in fishing, and like Mark Daniels Jr., Jacob Wheeler, East Monroe sent a jersey to give away, and it's just so many people want to jump on board, and I'm just really appreciating everybody.
All right, the fishermen are going to make this a big hit. How do they get involved? What does it cost them? How many people to a boat?
Okay, it's 2 to a boat if you want. I mean, there'll be some guys that, look, I want to fish it by myself. They can do that. But the price is still the same. It's $200 a boat. It's an optional big bass. We're giving away $3,000 to the winner. We have a polygraph person going to be there. We also have security going to be there. Porta potties there. We also are in talks with the ice trucks guys to see if we can get ice truck out there that morning to make sure the guys have plenty of ice, keep their fish alive. So we're making moves with everything.
You're going to launch over there at Simmons Bank Arena?
Yes, at Simmons Bank Arena, and we're going to launch we'll launch before 6, but my tournament director, his name's Jason Long, and he's got all the things that we need together. I mean, he just basically walked me through what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. We're going to do registration that morning. You can register now. All you have to do is go on Prostate Cancer Foundation Facebook page. It's a QR code you can hit. I mean, it's just so many ways to register. And so it's a lot of people have already started registering. I've been taking money to the bank, and it's a way to send the money straight to that account. The Arkansas Prostate Cancer Foundation, like I said, we hoping to raise some money and just bring some awareness. And they all have told me over and over again, if we just save one life, that would be great, because it's more than anybody else is doing right now. And so we're going to work hard to do that. We're going to see if we can encourage some guys to step it up and, get their blood checked after the tournament. But that's what it's going to take to save lives.
And you two have battled cancer, both of you.
Yeah. Well, Brian did.
Yeah.
I've had my numbers were high. And
so
all of last year I was dealing with prostate issues and stuff.
You had a scare.
Yeah, I really did.
Wake up call.
Yes. And so and that's what helped me make up my mind about encouraging other guys to get checked. I was there when Brian had it. We got to do some things together. He let me help him with some things.
Tyrone's the first person besides, my ex-wife. You're the first person that knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and Fred Allen, he's the one that encouraged me and helped me. He helped some other guys in the Metro Area Bass Club. They was wondering how they're going to pay their bills and stuff. And so he knows the resources. So, and I'm learning that stuff from him so I can be more of help. And that's what I'm going to do with my foundation. And my foundation is also the Real Fight Against Prostate Cancer.
What's the chances of getting somebody of the stature of Ish Monroe or somebody like that to come in here and kind of be a signature presence at this tournament?
We got one of the greatest guys and an Arkansas guy Larry Nixon
Oh, my
stood
gosh.
up for me, and he's going to be there. He said, man, anything you need, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to sign autographs. I'm going to do whatever you need to make this a success.
Doesn't get any bigger than Larry Nixon.
No. And I'm talking about, he one of my heroes,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Let me say that. But I've never got to fish with him. I got to fish with George Cochran. I got to fish with, oh, man, so many guys all over the country, but never got to fish with Larry.
When we come back after break here, we're going to visit with Jared Ruggles from White River. We're going to talk a little trout fishing in the next segment here, but I'll tell you a story about Larry Nixon, tell you what kind of guy that is, you know, for people that don't know that side of him. He is a golden guy.
Yeah.
You know? So
I really got choked up when Ray told me to call him and asked him about it. He didn't hesitate not one time. He said, yes, sir, I'd be there. And I appreciate you asking me, you know.
Yeah. So we're also going to talk a little bass fishing with Tyrone. Now, Tyrone doesn't like to talk bass fishing too much. You know, he'll say, well, I went over to Hamilton and I caught 18, and then that's all you're going to hear. But on Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors, we're going to hear a little bit more. So hang with us. We'll be back with Jared Ruggles.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Michigan signed a wide receiver in the portal named Jamie French, except his name is spelled F-F-R-E-N-C-H. Yeah, you're thinking, Pigskin, I don't give two F's about some guy from Texas now at Michigan. Well, I hear you, but I'm thinking about spelling pigskin with two P's. Well, then again, I'm so old, maybe one P is enough. Art imitates life. Double B's has two B's. Two. B, B, voila, Double B's. Besides two B's, Double B's has everything you need for a Ricky Bobby Talladega Nights pit stop. Coffee, breakfast, lunch, snacks, drinks. Double B's has got it all, S.A. Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, it's Shark Month 2 at Gwatney Buick GMC. Shark Month promises the biggest deals of the year and ready to take a bite out of your payment. New Invistas starting at under $24,000. Sink your teeth into Sierra 1500s, up to $15,000 off MSRP. Sharks can smell a deal for miles around, like all new Buicks on the lot at 0.9. Are you underwater? Let's trade. Canyons at just $249 per month and Sierras at 0%. It's Shark Month 2. And you're going to need a bigger truck. Call Gwatney Buick GMC at 501-945-4444. Gwatney Buick GMC, 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. Stock numbers 32616, 32661. Some offers require qualifying trade-in. Canyon is a low mileage lease. All offers with approved credit.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Millar golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
It's Justin Acri for CertaPro Painters, and if you've been putting off that painting project, now's the time. Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with CertaPro Painters and get $250 off projects of $2,500 or more when you schedule by July 10th. I've used CertaPro Painters on several projects over the years, and the process could not have been easier. Great communication, professional crews, and they treated my home with care. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Whether it's inside or out, let freedom and fresh paint ring. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. see.
This July is America's 250th birthday, y'all, and Low T Center is celebrating 250 years of freedom with a 250 for 250 deal. All month long, all the guys out there who start testosterone therapy and stay with it for 90 days, we're going to put $250 back in your pocket. Low T Center's raising the T of American patriots from sea to shining sea. Come celebrate 250 years of America with Low T Center's 250 for 250 deal, because bringing back the energy and vitality of your youth is worth celebrating. Go to fixmylowt.com right now to book a free tea test. That's fixmylowt.com.
The Rock City Margarita and Great Arkansas Beer Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs, is back. It's going down July 18th from 5 to 8 at the State House Convention Center in downtown Little Rock. Your ticket includes a tasting cup and margarita samples from some of the best bars and restaurants in the city. Get your tickets now at 1037thebuzz.com. Sip, sample, and celebrate summer at the most refreshing event of the season. It's the Rock City Margarita and Great Arkansas Beer Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs and brought to you in part by Tito's Handmade Vodka.
I'm talking now about Saracen Casino Resort down in Pine Bluff. Neil Atkinson's on vacation, well deserved. And if you're worried about if you're one of those who likes to wager a little bit, a lot of things still going on. NBA Summer League's in full swing. World Cup is down to France and Spain. And one other matchup on that one. The WNBA is going on. A lot of other things. You got boxing, you got table tennis, and a lot of different things. Just go to the app. And 2 NFL teams open training camps this week. So it's all upon us. If you get a chance, download the app, betsaracen.com.
And we're back with Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors, and we are going up to Cotter to visit with our old friend Jared Ruggles, one of the premier fly fishing guides on the White River. Had the opportunity and pleasure and privilege to fish with this gentleman 3 times. Every time was great. Ray has not been too happy about the 3-0 thing there, but we're going to try to fix that. Jared Ruggles, welcome to Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Ray. How we doing?
Hey, Jared, if he shows up without me the next time, you'll know something's happened to him.
Yeah, we got to fix that. That's a good point. That is 3 times, Ray. Come on now.
Yeah. So what's going on up there? I know I hear they've been releasing some water. How's the fishing been?
Fishing's been good. Yeah, we've had some hot days. Definitely getting hot. So with that new power demand, we've had a lot of water running. The lake was low. We suddenly got a bunch of rain. It's back to flood pool now, I think, or it's back to power pool now, 661. So, yep, seeing some water pretty much around the clock. Lately, the last few days, it's gone down slightly. Seeing 3 generators in the morning, and they're still pumping it up pretty big in the afternoons, the evenings.
Is that why they were turning all that water loose out of Beaver to try to fill up Table Rock and push some down to y'all?
Man, if you figure out what they're doing, you call me and you let me know. There's no telling on that. I'm sure there's a mastermind behind the plan, but trying to figure out what they're going to do is a tough business.
I think that's the same way with the Little Red.
Yeah. Little Red could really use, and it takes 20 years to even. I think it took 20 years to get minimum flow on White and Norfolk from the time they first proposed it till they actually signed the paperwork and got the legislation passed. 20 years. They need that on the Little Red too, I think. But anyway, Jared,
amen to that. They sure do.
But Jared's on the White, and there's something different that happens up there almost every day. And one of the things that impresses me about you is being on top of what's happening, but also what's going to happen. And what is that now?
Well, as far as water flows or bugs, or
bugs,
or everything.
Yeah, bugs and patterns, and what's hatching, and what are the trout doing?
Well, that's a good question. Man, the flows have changed, and so every time the flows change, kind of the game plan changes. Right now, we're seeing some pretty good hopper water although it's been pretty wet, we've had a lot of rain, so the hopper bite I would not say is going that great yet. I think it will be. We've got sulfurs hatching. They're starting 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes earlier, depends on the flow. And there's a few banks holding fish that are sipping sulfurs in the evening. That's a tough game to play, and an even tougher game to plan a trip around. Right. I'd say the issue with that is that if you get out there in the evening time, late evening, dusk, and that deal is not going, it's going to be a tough go for you. So I try to kind of not plan trips around that, but it's still a very cool thing that happens. And that's what we're looking at right now.
When you say the word hopper isn't grasshopper?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Or anything falling from the trees, really, or off the banks. When the river gets up like this in the summertime, you get all kinds of critters falling in the river, and those browns and the right flow, kind of 3, 4 generator, 5 generator flow, those browns will get tight to the bank. You want to look for kind of banks that have even current all the way to it. You don't want a bunch of slack water against the brush and under the trees and stuff. And they'll get in there and looking for that sort of thing. Spiders falling from the trees, hoppers coming off the bank, all kinds of beetles, all kinds of stuff.
Have you ever been in a situation where there were cattle feeding next to the river, and they kind of went through some grass and rustled up a bunch of grasshoppers that landed on the water, and the next thing you know, you had a big brown trout bite going on?
That's probably happened. It's never happened to me like so direct like that where it was that obvious. Hoppers, that's a very opportunistic type bite. It's not like caddis and sulfurs where we just have millions and millions of them hatching, and they're hunting for them. Those fish are more acting like bass at that point, and that's kind of I'd say that's one of the fun aspects of hopper fishing, right there with streamer fishing, is you're kind of getting a little bit of that bass fishing vibe going on as you're going down the river, and you're covering lots of water, covering lots of mileage on the banks. So I've never had that directly happen, but that's certainly not to say it hadn't happened.
Sounds like Brian's had that happen.
I've seen it happen once, and it was the most amazing thing. They were just cattle doing their thing and kicking up grasshoppers. And of course, a good number of them fly across and land on the water. And next thing you know, it was a free for all.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be very cool to be a part of right there.
So I've been, I've fished with you 3 times. We've done a certain thing all 3 times. And I think I finally started to kind of get the hang of it. But when you're talking about fishing close to the bank with streamers and stuff, that's a whole different game.
It is. Yeah, it definitely is. It's you need to have kind of a good double haul. It's a tough game to play too. You got to be open to the idea that you may go a couple miles down the riverbank and move one fish.
Yep.
When I'm hopper fishing, I like to tell people when we come in here on this bank and we fish this whole bank, and it may be a mile long of a good hopper bank. I'm looking to move one fish. If I'm moving one fish on that bank, this is worth continuing to do. So you got to have a different mindset going into it. But if you look at some of the fish, some of the quality of the fish it can produce, it's totally worth it for a lot of people. For some people, it's not. For some people, you get a half a mile in, no bites, no sniffs, no nothing. They're like, let's go throw a pink worm.
Right.
But for some people, they're ate up with it.
How far down do you go? I know when you and I have fished, we've gone pretty much, maybe a little bit past Gaston's, but how far down will you go?
That's the beauty of the subject we're on, hoppers and streamers. Man, you can go as far as you want to. You can go down past Calico, and I sometimes do. I'm more likely to be, say from Ships Ferry and up most of the time. But every once in a while, you'll see me down at the confluence or poke around the North Fork. But most of the time, I'm from Ships Ferry to the dam.
Ships Ferry to, I'd say, Buffalo Shoal is one of the most misunderstood stretches of water on the White. And what would you say about that? Because a lot of people think it's kind of sterile, but it's not.
it's not sterile. Fish holding pockets there. You'll go through an area that has nothing. I mean, nothing. And you'll think the river's dead, and that's common. But then you'll hit a really hot spot that you just gotta find the pockets and know where they're going to be, know where they're going to move with what water you have coming, and fish around that. Because it's not like the upper river where you just have a brown sitting every 5 feet. It's a little different. It's almost kind of back to that bass fishing thing we're talking about.
All right,
kind of got to know where they're going to be and take advantage of it.
Jared, we're coming up on a break. When we come back, we want to make sure you tell people how they get it. Well, where's my voice?
We're gonna ask people how to get in touch with you, Jared, and let you plug Flyco and tell people how to have one of these great trips with you. You on board for that?
I'm on board for that.
All right. Well, we'll be right back here on Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. I hope I'm not too far ahead of the break here.
Well, you just might be.
Well,
but my voice went out.
We're talking a lot of things today. We're talking some fly fishing on the White River. We're talking men's health with Tyrone Phillips. We're also going to talk a little bass fishing on Hamilton and Ouachita and some other places when we come back. But this clock has got me all messed up, Ray, so I'm winging it here.
No, you got 8 more seconds.
Okay, well, I think I'll just let it be because I don't want to ask a question. I'm not going to ask a question that's going to take half an hour to answer it.
And I led you astray. That is all my fault, Brian Hendricks. I take the blame for that. All right. Hope you folks having a great evening. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Joe Klein, former Razorback and owner of Corky's Ribs and Barbecue.
And I'm Anthony Lucas, also a proud former Razorback and Corky's Barbecue regular customer.
We may represent different sports in different decades, but all generations of hogs agree.
Corky's is the only place to get the most delicious ribs and barbecue at a winning price.
So stop into Corky's now and every day for never-ending specials.
Corky's,
where the hogs come home, baby.
Corky's Ribs and Barbecue.
Take it from Arkansas greats, Joe Klein and Pat Bradley.
The big national sports apps are now in Arkansas, taking over Oaklawn and Bentley, which are no longer local.
Making Bet Saracen the only real local app.
Still Arkansans' fan fave.
Plus, Bet Saracen is still the official sports betting app of many of the state's colleges and universities.
Bet Saracen, built by Arkansans for Arkansans.
Bet with Arkansans. Bet with Bet Saracen.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
BKC Home Builders are the premier home builders, providing custom builds and remodels. No matter what size your dream is, BKC will walk you through all the phases, from house plans to landscaping, to make your custom home as beautiful as you imagine. The team at BKC will be with you through the entire process. If you're looking for commercial building or remodeling, BKC has your commercial needs covered as well. BKCHomebuilders.com or find them on Facebook. That's BKC Home Builders in Hot Springs.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Bakery owners, you will be loved today. Every pastry will be flaky. Your cake will make a child's day. Your delivery van won't get sideswiped by a distracted garbage truck driver. But if so, breathe easy, knowing you'll get back to business quickly with Progressive protecting your commercial auto. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
This is Trey Johnson with HJ Trailer Sales. Spring is here, and y'all have made us the #1 truck bed dealer in the state. We want to thank you for your support and business. If you're looking for the best customer service from folks that can handle any type of trailer and take care of you after the sale, with hometown service, it's HJ Trailer Sales. Our team will handle all your service and warranty needs. See what great customer service looks like at HJ Trailer Sales on Albert Pike in Hot Springs, or check us out on Facebook.
Attention! If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
And we're back with Ray Tucker, Arkansas Outdoors. We got a good band going on here, Tyrone. Hard to sing over them, though. And we're going back to...
Pray to goodness you didn't sing.
Going back to Cotter to talk to Jared Ruggles from Flyco about some trout fishing up there. And we've been talking about all kinds of things. And
Where did they find him, Brian?
Yeah. How do we find you, Jared?
Okay, yeah. So I'm on the interweb, and that's theflyco.com, THEFLICO.com, and then I'm also available on my cell phone. That's 870-260-4570, and just give me a call or shoot me a text, and we can set up a trip. Kind of tell me what you're wanting to get into, what you're wanting to experience, and we'll kind of cater a trip to you specifically.
You know, those of us who grew up bass fishing, we always knew that we had to get out there first thing in the morning for about the time the sun comes up and whatever. Is that the case with trout fishing?
Trout fishing's banker's hours.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the guides made it that way or the fish made it that way.
They just don't seem to care that much. They don't seem to care that much. You know,
there's times, you know, you may want to get on the water at daylight. Like we're coming into those times, hot summertime, for a multitude of reasons. But most of the time, you know, you're not going to get any insect activity until the sun comes up and starts shining through the water.
You know, there are places on there that people know that they can go to catch say, I want to catch a cutthroat, and you can take me to a place to do that. You know, where there's always a good chance of getting a big brown. You can go catch browns here, but a big brown down here. Y'all know places where the bigger rainbows are and everything. How do y'all learn that over the years, and how do you establish that it's consistent and effective so that you can take somebody there and produce for them over and over again?
So it's just time spent on the water. You can't. It's not necessarily like linear. Like you can mark your calendar and do this year after year. It definitely deviates some. Something you were on last year that was really hot may not exist for another 3 or 4 years even. So it's, when I first started guiding, I thought that I had this figured out, right? I worked a couple years and saw a pattern of some sort. And then I thought that I could bank on these patterns year after year. And that's not necessarily the case. Some years you have better hatches than others. Some, you know, if you and booking your trips is a good point to be made here. If you book all of your trips for some, you know, blowout caddis hatch in April and May, well, maybe caddis came early or caddis is running late. So things definitely change. But to answer your question, I would say that just sometimes you stumble across these things being desperate for a bite. I mean, if you've had a slow day, you're going to try something new. Well, then all of a sudden you've unlocked something that you've never seen before, and it is consistent for a while. How long it'll be consistent, who knows? Will it be there next year? Who knows? But just time on the water kind of lets you just almost get a sixth sense when the flow is right and the time of the year is right, and you start seeing like caddis is always the example I'll go back to. You start seeing some caddis, rising from the bottom. You just get this feeling, and you got to get in here right now at this step and get it done. And I think it's just really just experience and being on the water nearly every day.
The pleasures you get out of doing what you do.
Yeah, the passion definitely drives it. I mean, you'll be at home looking on the internet on some entomology website. Your girlfriend's looking over you, wondering what you're looking at. So right. So,
and wondering what kind of guy she's got.
Yeah, I'm wondering what kind of bugs he's over there looking at.
How many calories would you say you burn of a day? Just working those oars and keeping the boat in position and keeping the speed right and everything. How many calories?
I don't know. I've been wanting to get like a watch or something to track it. Not enough. I can say that. I just hit 35, so calories stick a little more than they used to. So not enough. But the whole idea of being able to row and doing that every day, like in our busy times, it is every day. You may do 50 days in a row in high water. But the whole point is to make it as easy on yourself as possible. So we're running longer oars. We've got them set up just exactly the way we can comfortably row. I'd say you're burning a fair amount in high water for sure, or if it's really windy, you're working pretty dang hard. There's been days I've had on the river where I'm actually pushing downriver. We've got like an upriver wind, and I'm pushing as hard as I can downriver to keep the drift going. So there's times you're burning a whole lot. Like this time of the year, I'm usually too hot and sweaty to even eat lunch. I'll pick the cucumbers off Margaret's salad and the tomatoes for sure, but definitely won't eat the whole salad. So you're burning a fair amount of calories just rowing and sweating. Being out in the sun alone will burn a few.
So tell us, from a guide's perspective, what it's like. You do this for a living. You're up there in one of the most beautiful parts of the state. You get to get on that river every day, with that mist rising off of it and the sun hitting those bluffs. What's that like? What's that lifestyle like, Jared?
It's awesome as long as you allow it to continue being awesome. As long as you don't get complacent with your surroundings. And you don't get too tied up in the drama, because there's definitely guide drama. There's river drama all the time. So as long as you stay clear of that, you do your own thing, you mind your own business, and then you show everybody good etiquette and everything where they're not all mad at you, it's wonderful. I can think of a lot worse things I could be doing.
Everybody kind of expects a different thing. Some of the guides will do a shore lunch with the trout that they catch, various other things. What is the life like on your boat, during an all day or a half day trip?
Okay. All right. So as you know, we use Margaret Ott for lunches. She owns a food truck, Old South food truck in Flippin. So we use her, and she does a fabulous job. I run a catch and release service, and I've got a kind of a funny thing to add to that. A good friend of mine and fellow guide, his kind of comeback to catch and release is someone's wanting to kind of keep fish, and there are times I think keeping fish is perfectly okay. Don't get me wrong, father-son type thing. Me and my dad did it, no problem. But Ron, my buddy, he says, "Do you like to golf?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I like to golf." And then he's like, "Do you like to eat the golf balls?" And they're like, "Well, no. Why would I do that?" And that's kind of how we view a trout. It's a sport, so I like to throw them back. So no shore lunches here.
Jared Ruggles, always a pleasure. Ray and I are going to come up and see you sometime real soon. Always, thank you for joining us on Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors and sharing the trout fishing life with our listeners. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Tyrone Phillips.
Thank you, guys.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Have you ever wondered where the term slush fund originated? It is a nautical term describing what cooks on ships call the grease and fat left over from cooking meat. A large frigate could produce 15 or 20 barrels of slush in a year. Back in the 1800s, the ship's crew sold slush to candle makers and others, and then used the money for small comforts to help pass the time at sea. Comforts like books and musical instruments. They often called this off-the-books account a slush fund. Speaking of a slush fund, Doublebee's has some delicious frozen treats called slushes. On hot days down here in the South, a slush really hits the spot. Doublebee's has your favorite flavors of slushes and a lot of other refreshing drinks. Doublebee's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, it's Shark Month 2 at Gwatney Buick GMC. Shark Month promises the biggest deals of the year and ready to take a bite out of your payment. New Invistas starting at under $24,000. Sink your teeth into Sierra 1500s, up to $15,000 off MSRP. Sharks can smell a deal for miles around, like all new Buicks on the lot at 0.9. Are you underwater? Let's trade. Canyons at just $249 per month and Sierras at 0%. It's Shark Month 2. And you're going to need a bigger truck. Call Gwatney Buick GMC at 501-945-4444. Gwatney Buick GMC, 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. Stock numbers 32616, 32661. Some offers require qualifying trade-in. Canyon is a low-mileage lease. All offers are approved credit.
Everybody knows the Brad Hendricks Law Firm is famous for car wrecks, big truck crashes, and medical negligence cases. But they do a lot more than that. They help good people who can benefit from bankruptcy. And they also help older folks who had their Social Security claims denied. When you need a lawyer, call the firm that is pure Arkansas, where you won't ever be just a number. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Bluebell Chocolate Lava Cake is a mountainous eruption of flavor. Classic vanilla ice cream loaded with rich chocolate cake pieces, rivers of chocolate sundae sauce, chunks of dark chocolate, and a deep fudge swirl. Prepare yourself for an earth-shaking experience.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at Walmart Supercenters and neighborhood markets.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and the new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock, next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
We say welcome back to Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. I have no idea what happened to my voice. I'm not doing my impersonation of Rainwater. I promise I'm not. Tyrone Phillips is in house with us, putting on an unbelievable event. Maybe one of the first of its kind here in Arkansas, and maybe something that elevates and ends up people pick it up, prostate cancer folks, and it becomes something national.
And like I said, we want everybody that within the sound of our voice to come out and enjoy the day with us. We're going to be trying to do things to encourage the guys. I mean, if you know somebody and you want to bring them down to get them checked, you're welcome to do that. If you have friends that say, look, man, I just turned 40 and I'd like to be checked, we're going to do that. I'm working on something that maybe if we get so many guys to get checked out, that we might be able to draw a name out the hat and give somebody a TV or something. So that's looking pretty good right now. So just look forward to more information about the tournament. It's so much stuff is happening every day, and so many people are calling saying, hey, I just want to be a part of it. Probably going to get to talk with Donna Terrell tonight after I leave here. So she has her foundation, and, just people just jumping aboard, man. It just kind of chokes you up a little bit, because it's like something you're doing to try to help other people. People see that you're trying to do some good.
All right, entry fee, and it's on the Arkansas River coming out of North Little Rock. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the entry fee is $200. There'll be a big bass you can get in that morning. That'll be depending on if you want to get in it. It'll depend on how many boats, but it might be more than one big bass. So make sure that when you weigh your fish, you do weigh your big fish, because if we have enough boats, it's going to probably be 3, 4, maybe even 5 big basses. So just depends on how many boats show up. A lot of guys are excited about it, calling me every day. And we're going to have a big time out there.
This is a battle against prostate cancer. I don't know if you still got those numbers, Brian. You read off a second ago.
For black men, 1 in 6. And we read off some numbers, but it's a disease that affects black guys maybe a little bit more than white guys.
And I can tell you the reason why. My doctor told me is just because no checks.
Yeah.
I get my check from January 2nd to the 10th every year. And so right then I'll know my numbers because of what I went through last year. I'll get checked a little bit more often than normal, but I do have to get checked out regularly to make sure I'm good. But I appreciate knowing, because if you know, you got the chance to make it. And the guys that don't know, don't get it checked, sometimes it's just too late.
It's not a pleasant thing to go through, that exam, but it's kind of part of it.
Well, that comes after the blood. You got to get to that part.
Right.
And so let's do the easy part, just in case you have to go to the part that's a little rougher.
And so guys can get the checkup there, and even if you're not in the tournament, you can come down and get checked up. Is that what you told us?
That's right. And you don't have to be a part of the tournament. If you just know anybody that want to be checked out, and like I said, I want the ladies to bring those guys down there and encourage them just to get their blood checked so that they'll know their numbers. I mean, you don't have to have anything to do with the tournament. Come down, say hi, get checked, get something to drink, get something to eat. We're going to have a good time.
And all the proceeds are going to?
The Arkansas Prostate Cancer Foundation.
What are the eligible waters going to be?
It's going to be from, you can lock as far as you want to lock, but you do have to be back at a certain time.
Right.
And we all know what locking do. You may get back and you may not.
You may or you may not. And
if you don't make it back, you will be disqualified.
Yeah. So for disqualified, you think you can get DQ to be a sponsor?
That would be a good one. Well, I tell you what, we will have some True Service hot seats there. So we're going to know who's leading at all times. There won't be somebody standing out here saying, well, I'm leading now, but so-and-so is weighing in. No, we're going to have them in the True Service hot seats.
All right, if you're just tuning in, how do folks get in touch with you? You got flyers and all that stuff out there?
Yeah, I got flyers at all the major fishing stores like Trader Bill's, which is going to be a big sponsor. The fishing stuff, new and the new location. They have the flyers. Trader Bill's in Hot Springs as well. Put them there today. We're going to get some at Get Outdoors and just everywhere you can think of. If you know me, here's my number right now, 501-912-7888. You can call me and I can bring you flyers tomorrow, but we need to get the word out, and we need a lot of people to sign up and come fish the tournament.
And, folks, all the proceeds go to the Arkansas Prostate Foundation. Okay, Tyrone Phillips, you're a champion. I'm going to tell you what, I know this is going to be a great success. I know you still got some work to do.
Yes,
and
sir.
so, folks, jump on board.
Thank you, Tyrone. It's always great to see you.
All right, and everybody's welcome to come and give a hand if you want.
All right.
Need volunteers?
Yes.
All right.